Yo, I'll make fish sandwich and here's some of the messed up stuff going around the world today.
More than 200 students at Hillcrest High walked out of school today because they say they were told to censor their Black History Month program.
Now, who will be trying to censor a Black History program during Black History Month? Can you give me some insights, Megan? Please.
The walkout lasted about an hour here this morning at Hillcrest High, and students on the board of the Black History Month program say that they were told that they had to leave out topics like the civil rights movement and slavery from this year's program.
Wow. In order to discuss Black history in this country, these students were told not to talk about slavery, which can go back as far as 1619, and the civil rights movement, which can go back as far as to 1970. Anything before 1970 cannot be discussed. Wow. Miss Suttles, can you elaborate for me, please?
We were told that we could not talk about slavery in the civil rights movement because one of our administrators felt uncomfortable.
So what you're telling me, Miss Suttles, is that you had an administrator that felt uncomfortable for having black kids talk about Black history is the reason why they decided to limit your Black history learning. How does that make you feel, Miss Suttles?
For you to tell me that I can't talk about something that is dealing with my culture is very disturbing. It's very confusing.
Okay, this is tragic. This is terrible. Megan, this is your report. So can you tell me, what did you do?
I reached out to Hillcrest High School for more answers about the direction students were given. I was told to contact the Tuscaloosa County school system. They sent us this statement reading in part, "We are putting together a plan to make sure our students feel heard so that we know the right steps to put in place to ensure all students know that they are valued."
That did not answer the damn question. The school directed you to the school system, and the school system gave you a political ass non-response. Megan, what was the outcome of this whole debacle?
Students tell me they were just recently made aware they can now talk about civil rights and slavery in their program at the end of the month.
Hell no. So let me get this straight. A school in Tuscaloosa, Alabama decided that for Black History Month, when these kids put on a program to talk about and discuss Black history in America, somebody felt queasy in their gut and decided to cut Black history between 1619 and 1970. Just black it all out. So these kids got to put on a program with Black History Month starting roughly around 1970 until 2023. So what are we going to talk about? Jesse Jackson running for president, Shirley Chisholm trying to run for the Senate, and then Barack Obama making it to the White House? And then, when the outrage is festered and the kids started to act, you went and said, okay, you got us. You can discuss your Black history, but you can only do it toward the end of an already short month. What do you think?
Much up 10, man.
My name is Matt Ray. I am the Western Regional Leader for Gays Against Groomers. I live here in Arizona with my American wife, and I'm a big fan of this country, which is why we chose to live here. I'm 31 years old and I am a trans man. Biologically, I am female, something I feel obligated to state because biology matters. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm here today because I am utterly embarrassed by what the trans movement has become. The trans community is a minority. Not everyone is going to accept us, and we have to be respectful of that. I thought that was common sense, but these days it's considered hateful, which I don't understand. I don't find it appropriate or necessary that underage children are being exposed to gender ideology and trans identities. My parents gave me a chance to express myself but would never indulge my feelings growing up. Instead, they allowed me to get to know myself in order to make a conscious choice as an adult. At the time, I thought they were cruel for not affirming how I felt as a child. But today, I couldn't be more grateful for the fact that they did that. I could have changed my mind. If they had helped me transition underage, something could have gone wrong and then I would have resented them forever. A lot of kids today aren't being given that chance. They are being manipulated by people who are acting from a place of unresolved trauma. I understand many of them mean well, but I can't tell you how dangerous it is to allow children to access hormones or puberty blockers. The idea that puberty can be paused without repercussions is a blatant lie. Side effects include brain swelling, loss of bone density, vision loss, increased risk of cancer and sterilization. Lupron, one of the drugs being used to block puberty, is also used to chemically castrate pedophiles. That's what's being done to children. The adults who enable this should know better, but instead they're encouraging rebellion and driving a wedge into families because of their own feelings and experiences. It is disgusting to push these ideologies on innocent children who can't consent, and it's disgusting to take away a parent's ability to safeguard their child. If you genuinely believe that children can consent to such a big life-altering decision, I dread to think what else you think they can consent to. I have experienced side effects and complications from transitioning as an adult that I would not wish on my worst enemy, let alone a child. Side effects that even doctors weren't knowledgeable enough to tell me about. If you're encouraging underage kids to do this to themselves in order to validate it and special, you truly don't comprehend the damage you are doing to future generations. Simply put, it is selfish and wrong to push this indoctrination, medicalization and sexualization onto children because of your own personal beliefs. I am here to prove that even people in the LGBT community do not approve of pushing gender ideology on kids. I didn't move to this country to watch this forced acceptance happen. I won't stand for it, and I strongly urge the board to make education appropriate again.
The video is shocking and heartbreaking. We're told this is Patricia Ripley walking with her 9-year-old son Alejandro on the bank of a canal in West Kendall. She's stroking his hair, looking around, and in a single move, shoving him into the water. He says Ripley returns with a bystander, and with another man, they pull Alejandro from the water. Here you can see they dry him off. Neighbors say mom and son then leave.
Kind of stripped him down, dried him off, and she just walked that way. The older couple went into the first hallway.
Police say this was Ripley's first attempt to kill her son, who was autistic and could not speak. About an hour later, they say she led him to another body of water at the Miccosukee Golf and Country Club. His lifeless body would be found the next day.
All right? Sir. Don't sit here and lie to me anymore. The lie stops now. Do you understand? Do you understand me?
What are you talking about?
What happened to Alejandro?
What happened?
You killed your son. That's what you did.
No, you can say that.
Don't touch me. Yes, I can say that.
No, I don't know.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Listen,
No.
yes. You better come and tell us the truth.
No.
Yes. Okay?
No, I'm scared. What are you talking about?
Yes, you did. You're gonna have to.
Beautiful combination from Castro. That was 6 quick.
I don't give a fuck. Record me. Don't fucking cut in line, bitch.
Dang, he kind of sounded McMad.